Take a deep breath, fist bump your cousin, fist bump your teammate, and just get back into that game state, that flow state you want to be in. You can't let a round slip away just from your mind wandering, starting to think about the ramifications of your actions. You just got to be in that moment, live in the present, and put your best foot forward. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's happening. Grand Finals, best of 5, and it starts on Dust 2, G2, up against Navi.
Interesting setup already here from G2. Nobody over towards A. They're playing 3 towards mid doors, 2 towards B. 1x bet odds favoring Navi. The CIS squad, quite heavy favorites, actually, all things considered. And already we have an information play coming through the upper tunnels. Perfecto might get clamped in on here from mid and upper dark.
Yeah, but it's about the information he gets off the back of that. So he spots a lot, knows their doors, knows their tons. Navi would say, surely surge forward on long. And actually, Perfecto takes one with him. They're on the hunt, and it's cost Hunter his life. He could even take more. Bits already neutralized Nico. They have the sight. They surely have the round, just like that. And Perfecto with some high impact in these tons. And he's keeping him so busy. The whole rotate's being kept busy. Look at this man survive. Finally, they put a bullet into his head.
That's all the info as well. Perfecto stayed calm there, and he's given them everything they need to win this pistol round. The bomb's down. It's ticked by about 10 seconds so far. The retake 3 on 4, not going to be easy, but there is a kit in play on Nexa.
Yeah, and a single flash. Simple's P250 finds his first frag of the final.
Single flash, single bullet. I think that's going to be it. Single round now on the board for Navi here. Jack's trying to do some damage on his way out the door. Headshot into Electronics, nice. Boomich with the trade. And now Nexa hoping and hold on to that kit and flash. That'd be great to use in the next round of play.
Interestingly enough, Navi is 0-2, converting their second rounds after winning pistol on Dust 2. So just keep your eyes on that. We'll see if they can buck that trend early. It was a lot of Perfecto's hard work here. Not only just keeping them busy and getting that info, but surviving so long, maintaining that information. The rest of his squad able to just crawl up long and convert a must-win pistol.
Okay, well, look, I want to put all the praise on Perfecto early there. Sure, he was in the final with this Navi roster last time round, but he's still one of these newer players. He's been playing Tier 1 Counter-Strike online for the last year and a half, had a little bit of LAN experience before that. Maybe you'll remember Simon Gaming. But still, for Perfecto, in a moment like that, to stay calm, that's what you want from a player like him. Now, we just have this default spread. The biggest problem here to get past is Jax on that scout. And, well, he's actually over towards the B bomb site. Looks like Navi are gearing up to go out mid to B.
Yeah, Lurk Smoke and Util drop B, and Hunter. Oh, perfect with the CZ. Got greedy for the gun. Electronic keeps it level.
Oh, they lost the AKs
It looks like they've just juggled it towards Simple, now to Electronic. Oh, straight through the smoke? There's nothing that Simple could have worked with there other than his intuition.
Oh, he's had a lot of that, hasn't he?
Yeah. You saw the highlights of that previous semi-final. I mean, he does just seem to have a read of the game. Like, he's the closest I've seen to a player that looks like he has X-ray on. You know when you're telling your mum, no, mum, they can't actually see.
Feels like he can.
Yeah.
Well, right now they need to deal with Nico here. Up close and personal. This deagle stings.
It does, especially in Nico's hands. Needs the first. Body shots are good, but Perfecto draws that crosshair. And as this round does peter out, Chad, I think that's a conversation I'd like to have, because we're going to see a lot of it. But from your professional player standpoint, when you were playing, you weren't jumping around corners in the same capacity we see from Navi.
No, even just weapons weren't used to the same potential as they are now, right? Yeah, sure, we'd buy SMGs on the anti-eco rounds, but it wasn't actually, the nuance wasn't there to the same level. And Boomich and Perfecto, they play those supportive elements, opening up sights with their presence alone. Those jumps, they force that crosshair wider into more awkward angles, and you saw that just there. Because Nico, traditionally, right, you get him with a deagle in hand, we're always thinking, yeah, he's pretty good for one. Well, they've just made that one of the hardest kills to make. If he doesn't land that shot immediately, he has to adjust back, and he gets taken on down. So 2-0. And this is what you're looking for Navi. Sure, there's a casualty, bit goes down, but it is still considered a clean round, because you have to go for some information somewhere. So good trading. 2-0 now and Simple on the hunt. He is going to find Nexa. That's nothing carried through to the next round here, and this is where we will be looking at G2 keeping it very, very honest with their purchases. Lots of paper on the desk of all the players here, right? During the timeout, you forget a strat, maybe you need to reference it. It's great to see the books, everything.
I mean, you talk about books. Bit's young enough to still be having his school books on the table. I mean, he's 18 years of age, stepping into a LAN Grand Final. This is what we were talking about. You can see it basically guarantees, like, if he ignores Perfecto, he's dead. If he doesn't ignore Perfecto, he's dead. And that's crossing your T's, dotting your I's, and the embodiment of it.
Well, here it is. It's going to be the 5 USPs. They have Hunter over towards that B bomb site. Now, he's going to see a lot of that once he gets onto the T side. We've noted throughout this tournament his flanks through the B bomb site when they are on the attacking side can be a bit of a nuisance.
Now, look at Electronic. He's going to catch a glimpse of an awful lot.
Hello, everybody.
And that'll be the cue for G2 to remove this stack of stinging USPs.
Still a bit of a blender to deal with right now. You've got Perfecto in lower, Bit still over towards spawn. Boomich was back of Palm Tree, Catwalk there as well. G2 are in the right place. The problem is here, it's the weaponry. Really not a whole lot they can do here if they're hitting a couple of things. That's looking great, but Electronic starts to rip off some heads. Simple will chime in as well, and Jax, he grabs one short, but that one's mopped up. 3-0 for Navi, and oh dear, they didn't get that across, or did they?
No, Simple's got nothing in his hands, unless he threw it.
He died. So I think Bit did get there in time.
Okay,
He used those go-go gadget arms, was able to pick that one up.
It did look far away.
All right, well now we can actually get into the nitty-gritty, and eyes on Amanek here. He brings out the AWP, so does Simple. Now Amanek, he's been very, very handy. He's been looking fantastic, filling that void and actually making it work. We need to see a good performance here.
A lot of CT utility deployed to contest for this, and Simple will be locked out, and so will his teammate. It's Perfecto that's on the blue bin, trying to dart back into safety. Oh, they're going to molly him out. What's he supposed to do? He's completely locked in.
He can just live here. All this info is great. The team can take territory off of this. There's 3 players trying to deal with Perfecto right now. Amanek's cheating back over towards Cat to deal with that. Hunter's towards Spawn, and Jax isolated on that B bomb site. But Perfecto is still alive, and he's being pushed by 2.
Oh, he takes one with him again. Flashbacks to the pistol. Again, just forcing the CT's hand. A 2-2 split of what remains of G2. We do see the Vanguard smokes deployed. It's all smoke and mirrors. Hunter's on the rotate. Jack's pushing aggressive. Electronic a chance, and that's the B defender gone on his aggress. Oh, and they're just coming too thick and fast. Fights on mid, one out. Smokes are perfect. Look at that. You can see it from the CT's perspective. You don't even want to push the CT smoke.
Yeah, right there. They play with the rotations fantastically. Once again, Perfecto staying calm, and I'm very impressed by this in the early stages. He was under a lot of pressure there. The fact he takes one with him is great. It's information again. And then that kill onto Jax from Electronic, just biding his time. They had to go for an info push. Now, how much do Navi want to hunt here? They've got the bomb down. Perfecto's over towards CT spawn. Electronic, Boomich, and Simple are all now combing through T spawn. And when you look at the clock, the bomb is now just halfway ticked. So they have over 20 seconds to try and find Nico and Amanek. If they could rip these guns away, that's perfect. Max loss bonus, sure. But we know that CT-sided economy, things cost just that little bit more.
It'd be really good to hold on to both of these. Nico's held onto his Molotov for long enough, I think.
Extinguish. Electronic if he wants to.
Yeah, I might go for a last second extinguish. Nico's going to be tucked in on that blue bin. And they'll let them have it.
Okay. Well, we've seen what happened when you let Nico hold on to a saved AK before. We've already seen that in the tournament. Now, if he's going to pull off another massive round like that, yeah, props to him here. The timeout taken from G2 early, and I like this, right? Now, we talk about best of fives being a marathon and not a sprint. Well, apparently last time these two teams met, it was a sprint. Now, if you're G2, you want to try and take these early to slow things down. See if you can get yourself in the game, make sure that you can at least start getting some frags, because that's one of the problems in these first 4 rounds of play. We have a total of 6 kills. That's it. They haven't been contesting these first 4 whatsoever. Now, pistol round, sure. Second round, force by, sure. That third round's a blowout. You're not expecting too many kills. And the first gun round, not getting a lot done whatsoever. So this is looking neat and tidy from Navi so far.
Amanek's whipping out the AWP. And I want to make sure I highlight that he has had very hit and or miss performances, especially even on Dust 2. I think he had his worst performance of the tournament on Dust 2 against Big Clan. I remember casting that and him being a non-factor. But we've also seen him have, high-flying 1.5 rated performances as well. So when you've got Navi and they're all firing on all cylinders, you will have to call upon the superstar side of Amanek and that AWP. He's, of course, filling the large void left by Kenny S's AWPing presence. Electronic has slipped out. The CT smoke joined by one of his own design.
Yeah, just creating a bit of a wall to work with there. But here's Nico. This is the same position we saw him get that massive ace with. Xbox smoke's going to land. That's a bit of a different look. And they're going to mount this boost when they feel likely. Nico will jump on the head of Hunter and see if he can find a pick. But actually the flash that will thrust them forward here goes off. They can't find any info just yet.
The steps trying to bait in. Oh, that's huge from Jax. He's found Simple. And now Nico goes looking. Does inflict more damage. Gets greedy. And Electronic greets him with lead. Hunter, next victim. Both fall. Navi pull it straight back into contention. Looks like they want to fight on Nexus. Sure, he's looking the wrong way. And Electronic collects a third in this round. He has saved Navi. We talk about that hand of the king. Well, when Simple's absence, Electronic steps up to the plate. Chance here for Jax. He's playing a very smart line. Bits too good. Toes exposed. That hinge smoke enabling a nice find, and now the numbers just falling all upon Amanek.
Might want to see him just go for the save here again. Now, look, I know the max loss bonus is in play and he'd be able to afford it anyway, but it's about the longevity of this half. The AWPer, look, it's a very, very costly role, and if your team, you're getting pummeled, you're not saving a lot of guns, it's going to be difficult to funnel him AWPs time and time again, but it looks like he's actually coming to have a look in here. He's going to be mollied out of position. He's pushing on through, having a little bit of a look, and down to 19. I think that will now signal the save. So sure, he's gone fishing. You know, he's put the bait in the water, seeing if anything's going to come out to bite. And now it's just about holding on to the big green. I want to note, we heard the desk talking about Bit, another individual here that we need to highlight. Those kills that he just got there, that's great for him, right? It's just an easy frag, just making sure you're not taking any risks. If he can stay calm and actually, hold up a second, Perfecto can take away this AWP.
Yeah, Dominic's not even expecting this. Was so concerned about that CT push, so down goes the AWP, and Navi, they really do twist the knife. It'll force a full rebuy out of our CTs, and yeah, G2 off the back of their timeout have nothing to report. It started great, this was lovely, catching Simple on his aggression, and then it's just Electronic keeping them very honest here. And he finds that close pushed up CZ. It looks easy, but certainly not always a guarantee. Those close corners on short can be a nightmare.
Now, there haven't been too many opportunities where G2 can get multi-kills on this CT side just yet. We're going into the next gun round, and this is an opportunity where maybe they can pull that out. Simple, fast down mid. Nico getting boosted up short. Might be an early fight with Boomich here.
And one of the two kits as well, so he's taking a gamble. Easy collection. Okay, so if now G2 have a man advantage, they'll be looking to convert and do so cleanly. Bit, what's he up to?
Lots of space being taken here. This is a big play from Bit.
I mean, sure, clear it out, clear the closed doors, but does he do any more? The line in the sand is drawn. Nico's holding his cross back, or rather to be. That should be enough of a warning shot. Will pull out the smoke. Bit's trying to convince them there's a lot more than just him here. Nice moves from Nico. We'll be able to have a little look over that smoke. And Bit catches him just as he does the parkour, and the whole squad will join him now. Bit's made so much space. Navi will jump through the hoop. Electronic already with one. Hunter would need more than one. A 3v3, sure, but they're knocking on the door from tunnels as well. Hunter still thrives. He's still alive. Electronic pushing in, and he does it all. Down to 7 HP. He's on 11 and 1, Chad.
This is quick from Amanek, though. He might not expect somebody in tunnel straight away. Electronic is looking. Does he have the heads up?
So low HP. Oh! Amanek will finish him off. Finally silences Electronic. No one could touch him. 11. Another triple kill. Back-to-back triples from Electronic, and still G2 will convert.
Felt like a must there, right? They got that opening and Nico got away, and that gave him a chance to do some damage. But great heads-up play from Bit there. The fact that he's caught Nico jumping through that smoke, you're not going to see a lot of him. And that is just as the T-smoke was coming into land to block off that exact position. That was the opener. This is the shot. Okay, so he did catch a little bit of the cap just there. Good stuff from Hunter. You know, he really, on his own, was trying to do his best to hold down that B-bomb site. Still problems here. They do get the round, but dropping guns across, G2 have to make this buy work. A bit of a pot on the head over there.
Damn potheads.
They're everywhere. Oh, the silent stem 4 is definitely coming in a treat here. Have allowed Nexa and Hunter to get some buys through. The warning shot of the AWP towards lower dark. Bit's going to call that one out. And quickly they trundle up towards catwalks. They're going to apply pressure onto Amanek here.
Yeah, their fundamentals are so rigid. You can see everything's just ironed out. Flashes for the mantle, everything's covered. The run boost over the molly for an element of surprise. I like it. Nico's kind of solo. The run boost doesn't quite come through. This is a very common line in a battle between Amanek and Simple. This will be very telling of how Amanek's time here on the CT side will go.
Yeah, maybe those sound cues might have baited him into a wider line, and actually it does. He just steps straight into Simple. The patience, it's perfect.
Gorgeous. And now Nico, oh, he's actually going forward on this, trying to catch a round.
Great
Boomich keeps it level. And now the site is surely lost. Nexus so committed to long. The bomb will be planted uncontested. Jackson Hunter are going to try and work the way up through the ramp. No one's checked him just yet on the elevator. A chance here perhaps with the silence there. Electronic doesn't check him now. Pulled back into contention. Hunter, multiple targets, another foul. Looking good for the second. Simple tucks into Gandalf, Perfecto to Bodyguard. Only Simple now, but he has managed to just get out of that corner. They know he's around the smoke and starting to hit shots. G2 scramble. Simple's hitting everything, and now only Hunter closing the gap. He misses the shot. And there's enough time for the defuse. Close, but no cigar for Simple this time.
Oh, and that right there, Hunter's impact being felt in back-to-back gun rounds, right? Multi-kills from Hunter, really, really important stuff. And again, only one player staying alive. So right now, G2, they're on the edge. Simple's going to be a bit frustrated with himself. He didn't finish that one off because it was looking fantastic. But they're still right where they want them. This is how it opened.
the smoke Simple was playing around as well. We see more and more teams dropping that in this kind of late mid-round as the bomb's going down. It really does create a whole playground for you to work with.
Yeah, I think we first started to see it really come into fashion when teams were doing the Navi long, as we call it. The CTs would use that to give them multiple angles to pivot and pick around as they try and cross up that ramp. Now, a bit of aggression towards upper tunnels here. Jax and Hunter both close. The bomb is just outside upper B, so keep that in mind. It is looking like they do have intentions to head over there. It's a passive mid to B setup with Bit and Boomich working on cat control again, the big Bs, and Electronic holding off that long push. Now that's the lurk smoke that Jax can play around and call clear from that elevated position.
This is risky, Nico. Very risky. He's managed to close the gap to the point where the MP9 will sing. And Boomich is to contain any info plays. It's about patience as well this game. 70 seconds on the clock. Who's going to blink first? Who's going to touch that A or the D key? They're gathered on B. This is supposed to be the fake. Hunter and Jax dig their heels in. That spray's not far off the mark. But still only 2 defenders on B, and it could be 1 in a blink of an eye. Jax keeps it level through the flame.
Going through.
They want it. Hunter called upon again. 4 frags in the previous, and now again starting to line up heads. Looking great on the AUG. Double from Hunter. Simple to get the bomb down. Will get across uncontested. And Boomich is going to be locking down this rotate. If Boomich can take 1, never mind 2. This round is Simple's to collect. And that's not far from it. Simple. 1v3 in the bomb ticking. This is his environment. This is his dream. And already takes down and finishes the job of Boomich. 2 more to find. Piecing it together. This is a puzzle he's very familiar with. Any sound cue, anything to build his mental image as to where they advance from, looking for another chance. He just doesn't miss. Amanek through the doors. Closing the gap is Nexa, dancing with him, and it just looks so good. Simple, just the no-scope to collect 6. Oh, he just hasn't lost any of his pizzazz, any of his style.
Well, you take one away from him in the previous round, he's going to get one right back. The fact he goes into back-to-back 1-on-3s and then he's able to pick one up, that is huge here. And this is just the statement, right? Hunter, it looks like he's the one putting up resistance right now for G2. A great job for him to stifle this, but Simple just walks on in. 4 kills for him and under pressure. Flash over. He just makes it look simple. The namesake, it's beautiful.
Yeah, he chose the perfect name. He really did. And he's pulled G2 right back into this brutal CZ and Deagle aggress. They are walking up that cat. They might have a slight element of surprise. I'm not so sold on that.
Oh, Boomich has just gone through the long doors here, so there's a gap. Simple has the bomb. He needs to be very careful about this. Look, he's aware, but is he this aware? Nico and Hunter are both close.
He's positioned to at least acknowledge it. Nico and Hunter.
They've really slipped the net here, Alex.
Yeah, they could do damage, and I don't think Simple's going to be ready for the flank. If Nexa could just keep him busy.
Gonna be the bomb and an AWP, stranded, Death Alley.
He's going to do so much damage. He's already behind Boomich as well. This is a round for G2. They can't let it slip.
Oh, no.
They're letting it slip. Okay, Hunter and Nico will collect. The element of surprise, bit quick to claw it back. This is a kooky round. It's not done yet either.
60 seconds left on the clock, so plenty of time for Bit and Perfecto to work with here. But this is the type of round where Bit, he can really sink in his teeth. We've seen great things out of him as an individual. Now, if he can pull this one together with Perfecto...
Oh, Nico's going to be kicking himself. He couldn't do more with the AWP.
Look, this round here, the way it's set up, they have picked up an AK-47 on Hunter. The pistols on Jax and Nexa, sure. There's about to be a fight on short.
Okay, Nexa. Straight out. Perfecto pulls it right back to 2v2. Now, at 30 seconds left, they can go either side, and that leaves the CTs divided. If they opt for B, it's a 9 HP Jax.
They have 2 smokes, definitely mid to B here. That could be the big play. Hunter will be out of the equation. Are they going dry?
Oh, it's his chance, and he does control the spray, nearly finishes the job. Bit, the hero for Navi, it seems. 18 years of age. He's running in, and just the 1 bullet will count. Jax pulls it across, but what a team effort that was from G2. Just pistols, Chad, and they respond to Simple's clutch with a magnificent 3rd round.
Yeah, 3 kills coming in immediately from the Cousins, right? The fact that they're able to find that gap, and that gap, you have to say, is it on Simple, is it on Boomich? It doesn't really matter either way, and the CZ ended up being the perfect weapon for the job. Imagine if they were further up long. Hunter's going to have to tap that at range. They almost claw this back. You can see here, Bit having no idea where Jax is. Jax was already low, so not necessarily an easy kill to convert, but G2, they're looking back in things now, and they've actually forced Navi's money down towards these pistols. So there's a chance to grab some of that momentum Malik was talking about and convert back-to-back CT rounds.
It's just against hanging out in the Molotov. He will be finished off. Fair play for trying to catch G2 off guard. And this is the momentum you took that I heard Malik talking about, right? You've just won the eco. pick this one up cleanly, start building a bit of cash for yourselves, and start getting those stars online. Simple, no doubt about it, online. Electronic, he's made that clear already. Bit saved them at times. But from G2, we're still waiting to see those stars truly align. Hunter's magnificent CZ double on the flank. Good sign of things to come, and he has collected one here as well.
Yeah, don't want to say it's all Hunter, but it's definitely a huge contribution of Hunter in the gun rounds, or the rounds they have so far. Yeah. He's had multi-kills in every single one of those. Currently 133 ADR, 13 kills to his name. He's keeping it level with Simple as far as frag distribution goes. But this one here, these are the type of rounds with the old Navi, right? The narrative of old, that they would tilt when they'd lose those eco rounds, right? That it would be the more mental warfare that would start to unravel this team. Let's see if the dregs of that still exist. It's obviously a completely different roster to the ones that won ESL won Cologne back in 2018. No Zeus, no Edward, no Flamey.
Zeus, Edward, Flamey. I mean, yeah, it's a completely different Navi, and yet it's funny that some of that namesake has carried over. You know, we have some similar expectations of bad habits.
I think it's just the expression on the faces at certain times, right? That's what can be quite telling. It doesn't look like we have the same arguments that we used to get that look like they were going to end up in some kind of a brawl. But there's definitely, I want to say, whispers.
Yeah.
Here we go again. The gun round is out for Navi, but it's not great. Electronic only has that Tech 9, a Galil for Perfecto. So it's a bit of a broken buy, all things considered. This would be a great one for the confidence for G2 to pick up here.
It's a great nade to start things off, really softening up the fully armored Bit and Electronic. I think Bit actually caught Jax's nade all the way from the tons. Could have been a stray bullet as well. Boomich with his very own lineup to force Amanek off this line. Oh, he's pulled the trigger regardless, and holding his nerve is Nexa. Navi, alarm bells ring on round 11. What are you supposed to do? You're going to have to regroup. The timing is everything. Just as Perfecto descends the stairs, Jax advances.
This is huge, though. Hunter can turn his attention mid to B and may even get some cavalry arriving from this A site.
Hunter choosing to walk in. That's against an AWP, but he still takes the head off with ease. Bullets do catch Bit a little. Bomb spotted. And the B site wide open for business. Jax may have to cancel his plans towards T-spawn. The 2 versus 4 for Perfecto and Bit, and they have got util. Should they get that bomb down, they might be able to make a bit of a round out of this.
If they smoke up a tunnels, that's all right, and then they can use another one towards doors. So Perfecto's use his towards the double doors. If Bit uses his towards dark, that'll buy them a 20-second buffer here, but G2 still have a massive advantage in this retake, even though B is difficult to crack.
Bit's still sitting on that smoke. If they get a frag and he drops it, this is going to get really uncomfortable for G2. There's the smoke doors. Molly as well, SoundQ. Bit knows he's got company. Nico's his first victim, and that was the healthy one. Jax from tons, G2 counting on Nexa. Perfecto only the one. All right, G2 having to wipe the sweat from their brow after that one. It will be the gap closer, though. That's going to be 5 now for G2. We've got a half on our hands.
If that Molotov was a little bit deeper there, that would have actually forced those window players to either drop back and not be able to contest, or actually force them through the window there. So you could see it netted them 1 kill. If it got them the double, Navi maybe strangled control of that round back immediately. Great stuff from Hunter again. It's a big man to take down. Simple, the star on the other side, eliminated. And with the number advantage, right, they should have been retaking this round. So G2, they lose that one. That's like losing that 1-on-3 to Simple all over again. Timeout called from Navi now. And we've had 11 rounds of play so far. Both teams currently using 1 timeout in total. And you can check the top right. Yes, indeed, this is a best of 5. Mirage up next, Nuke as a guarantee. Inferno and Ancient if we need it.
Inferno and Ancient if we need it. But definitely on the shopping list of G2, it has to be one of these first 2. I don't think Nuke, you know, it may have looked great. Navi's Nuke has been avoided by all of the Tier 1 teams.
It seems so crazy to say Navi and Nuke in the same sentence as being a strong map, but it just is. I just think that they have such a diverse level of moves in their play. And actually, well, Navi are burning 2 timeouts back to back.
Interesting.
So they're turning that 30 seconds into 60 seconds, and this is, I guess, a chance for them to really keep things calm. You can see a lot of chitter-chatter now from Blade, coach over at Navi with the squad. And the money situation, as you can see with our lovely economy graph just here, it doesn't quite allow Navi to go for a full buy. In the next round, they get 2,900, so we can see some upgrades. You know, if they would like, they can get some deagles, able to get a bit of utility behind that, so they can stay threatening. And you would love to do so. Don't allow G2 to continue to string too many easy rounds together, because if you look at the last 6, well, G2 have won 5 of those. This is to level things up now, and a very good chance to do so. That util, those light pistol upgrades, you can see them being bought on in now. This is an important round for G2 to keep clean, to keep tidy. Just like everybody's bedrooms, I'm sure.
Shout out to Hugo. He's ahead of that. Sheesh, baits the crosshair. Oh, and it nearly results in Nico's death. He's not safe yet. Fit's gonna push on that. Nico being threatened. They really want him. That's an M4, that's the start, and he's down to 16, and they're not quite finished yet. He really wants to be bailed out of trouble here. Re-smokes on top, and does get away.
All right, well, they keep the number advantage here, and just that number in the column is huge. It doesn't give Navi as much to work with. They don't know just how much damage has been done. It does look like they did want to go for another one of these mid-to-B setups here, but they need to push this short setup back. You want them to be playing passive towards the side. Amanek might profit here. Arm spotted, shot through, Boomich down. And now it's a 3-on-5 for Navi.
They managed to get the bomb down last 3v5 we saw.
Yeah, they'd love that again. Look, I know the loss bonus is coming on through, but any cash you can get now that we will start to look at the tail end of this first half would be great.
Jack's just standing in the open. I mean, that's the luxury of knowing you're up against the pistols, right? Just take a bit more of those wider stances. The off angle's not going to be caught by anything. I know he has inflicted significant
Electronics crept out mid here, Alex.
Oh,
I don't know this.
Hunter's responsible for it. I don't know if you've got a glimpse.
Oh,
Okay,
Jax!
head on a swivel. Jax will wrap it up neat and tidy. Puts a bow on it. Chef's kiss, 6-6.
Oh boy, for an old boy, Jax's aim is magnificent, right? Actually, not for an old boy, for anybody.
Yeah.
Jax's aim is fantastic. That was a huge shot right there to hit. I thought Electronic was about to spiral that one out of control. This was great. Just the arm spotted from Amanek there, so some quick reactions, and here it is in the replay. Oh, ready and raring to go for that one. Lovely shooting there.
Hunter must have been shouting at him. Window, window, window. Immediately collects. Okay, into the full guns. It's time to see if G2 can actually take the lead out of this one. Let's not forget Navi won the pistol and held the lead for the entirety of this. G2 returning to form.
Oh, they're up cat again. Able to get this control more often than not. A little bit of a different look in the setup here. Amanek is actually playing over towards B Hill, so he won't be able to contribute if it is an A set piece. The action will be on Hunter and Nico. Hunter does have that AUG, which is great. He can use the scope to his advantage here. Nico with an M4 in hand. And it does look they're starting to corral the troops here all along Catwalk. All 5 members of Navi grouping on up. Utility, they've got plenty. Everything they need. 4 smokes, bunch of mollies, flashes are good too. Pressure about to be applied on towards this A bomb site.
Yeah. Smokes will land. It looks like a counter smoke has been deployed. That's not bad, actually. Enables Nico to tuck in and actually start throwing some bullets towards the Navi squad. There's a lot of them there, congregated on short. And the second wave of util is prepared at the 40-second mark. Jax confirms no action tons.
Electronics about to be pushed here. There's going to be a lot of action any second.
Through. That's Electronic with a smoke in his hand. It's going to have to force them into A.
They've doubled up on Goose.
Doubled up on Goose, both of them. The cousins partner up and already lose one. They're ready for the second, but no, Hunter strikes. Double, bomb loose. Navi will equalize, and now the bomb can go down. A man advantage for G2, but with that bomb now planted courtesy of Simple, it'll be Nexa and Jax longside. Simple has the AWP. That's going to be his responsibility. Amanek to crawl in, Flash perhaps to draw attention. Simple wants to peek on that Flash. Clears as close as he can, post it up, and that's the chance.
Oh!
It's only the tag. Nexa, very precise. Perfecto all on his shoulders, and just too many men. He's the first cleanly has. Nexus is next victim, and oh dear, Perfecto stepping well above the expectations. Amanek loud about this, stampeding in, and the spray is there. 1 versus 3, 4 in total. Perfecto pulls Navi straight back into the 7th.
And that's what he needs. That's what he needs from the players around him there. Perfecto stepping up in a big way.
Ooh.
That's 2 1v3s that have been taken away from G2 here in this first half already. The punishment is definitely felt right now. Simple doesn't look hugely impressed with the situation, but I'd be giving that one a cheer and a half. Check this one out again. Second one's great. Just the patience here, doesn't overextend, knows it's the AWP.
And he's not overthinking it. He's not overcooking it. Lovely stuff from Perfecto. And that's going to do a world of good for his confidence, Chad. Coming into the first map of the grand final, and you're the one whipping out the 1v3 upon Simple's death. Oh, the clutches have been coming in thick and fast, and we're only in the first half.
Yeah, what are we looking at here? 5 clutches already in this, 2 1v3s for Navi, and G2 have won 3 1v1s, right? So we've definitely got a competitive affair. If there was any question, this was going to be that blowout. This first half is telling a completely different story. This is the type of Counter-Strike everybody signed up today. Championship Sunday.
G2, though, you said 2 1v3s? They've lost 2 1v3s, Simple with one, Perfecto with another. And still it stands level. Let's see what happens into our 14th.
Again, the buy not great here for Navi. It's 3 Galils instead. That cheaper price point has made us be in reach of more gun rounds time and time again. They still have enough utility to make this one work, but more of an aggressive cat setup this time. G2's discussion is let's not give them short control. There's actually another timeout used from Navi, even though they won that round, so just calming the troops down here. Now, G2 have expended a lot of utility to just hold them back and try and wound them, right? You want to get them a little bit lower on HP, so if they do team out Catwalk, it's easier pickings. But they're actually heading back towards Long, and so are G2. Smoke towards the door, that will deny another avenue towards this A site. So G2 are moving their chess pieces around this board very, very precisely here. This is great to see. Oh.
It's lingering in the smoke. We've already seen the tons lurk found, and another connection. Amanek, just before it fades, does spot out Boomich. Bit's been great through the doors. Nico. Oh, tickles him down to 27 on his spray. He's got 11 left in the mag. But that might be enough to deter them, or they just send Simple in to try and finish the job. Simple versus Nico.
I feel like it should be a save here, Alex. I don't want to be a bit of a party pooper here, but if they commit this, they're not going to have a lot for the late game.
Oh, and Amanek catching another through the smoke. 2 for 2 on his smoke shot so far, and Jack's not done. Simple loses it all. And there you have it. G2 with 4 hearts still beating for the final round of play. And the save you were discussing, I can understand now.
Yeah. It's looking likely that G2 will win the half. It's looking likely that they will take the lead in this. Now, that one right there from Jax, I'm glad we caught that on the replay. We know that there's always a lurker upper tunnels. I thought that maybe the smoke that was dropped there had a bit of a one-way element to it. The fact there didn't really look that way. So, fantastic start into round number 14, and round number 15 is starting here. The only AKM play for the T side will be on Simple, the rest with those pistols, and they're throwing a lot of utility towards Long.
Oh, that's a I was about to say perfectly placed incendiary. It could have really stopped the catwalk rush. They hear a lot of that. They hit walk at the right moment. But Navi, they can just use their numbers here. If Amanek gets overwhelmed, if this first shot doesn't connect, there's a good bit of space to be taken. Nico's even evacuated off.
Ooh,
if they just go.
They're going.
Nexa, Nico gonna have to back Amanek up. He's going forward against Tech9s with an AWP. It's gonna cost him. And that's retrievable now as well. Navi shaping up nicely. Great flash, another frag. They've managed to make an awful lot out of a little here. Hunter trying to tame the spray, and it's made a bit of a meal of it. So many weapons now lie idle. And G2 only with 2 bodies left. Navi with the bomb ticking. It doesn't matter, Chad. It doesn't matter what weapons they bring in because they've managed to steal G2's.
Oh, Boomish has sealed this here, surely. Check this out. One in the back. It's just Jax now. Isolated. 1v5.
That's too good. Too good. Navi, they will take the half. Albeit by the smallest of margins, an 8-7 to get this grand final started. Navi and G. Mirage up next. You can see there in the top right the pool. Let's see how this one starts. Not going to have the same flavor to the Navi pistol. That was a very kooky state of affairs. Nico, oh, he's fully blinded just as Electronic was having a glance, and he has spotted out Boomich. He's going for duels against USPs at that range, Chad. He's got some confidence on him.
Needs to be careful now. This is not going to be an easy fight against Electronic. Now that sound cue will be called, and the rest of his team, meanwhile, are working on mid doors. Make that short. Electronic has a chance here, and he does convert. Steadies that aim. 4v5 advantage now in favor of Navi. As G2 now have to do this without the superstar Nico.
Yeah, kept honest. Electronic.
There's an open runway right now towards this A site. Electronic's playing long. Everybody else from Navi is either prepared for a B push or a mid to B. So if they just were to saunter up catwalk here, they would find absolutely no resistance whatsoever. They have smokes. That's going to be the tell. And they might have to worry about a fast flank here. Simple's going to push through the mid doors any second, I believe.
Simple, what are you doing? He's going to be right behind them, really hot on their heels. He's taking some gambles, but it's calculated risk here. Yes, you have the sight, some nades from his teammates made.
Oh, big nade.
It's a lot of damage. Simple will be caught back. Kept to 1. Bomb down for short side, so Hunter may want to maintain that part of the map. And from the pit, Electronic's still there, some heads spotted, and he's having no issues. Another clean tap to the dome of Jax.
3 flashes to work with here on this retake as well. Plenty of util.
Hamanek's going for a real off angle here, and it's going to be easy for Electronic. Still a thorn in their side. Hunter, he's been great, but it's too easy for Electronic. 4 kills again. Him and Simple just skipping merrily towards a 20 bomb apiece. And that's just the first round of our second half.
That's beautiful stuff, right? Electronic, he's shown up in a very big way this tournament, right? We've seen him having some struggles throughout that online era, but this is the superstar form Electronic, the role we're looking for. This one here was the shakiest of the lot, and the rest of them start to look a whole lot easier. Jax's head explodes like a watermelon there. Amanek looking the wrong way, and Hunter pinned on down in a 1-on-4 situation. Not much he can say about that.
Too damn good. Electronic definitely in form. Done his stretches, done his jumping jacks. It does look like G2 will put all their chips to the center of the table. That's a great contribution from Amanek. Bit hamstrung now onto the B site, tagged down to 53.
2 Orcs coming out here against the anti-eco setup, which does net an AK, a Galil, 2 Deagles, and that Scout. Quick little note, Nico, yet to see him get a multi-kill. He's the only player of G2 yet to do so. So that star power being sucked up by his cousin Hunter right now. Hinge smoke going to come on out here. Simple's going to take early contact. He's on the jiggle. Electronics overseeing business. Boomich has the long doors locked on down. If it is to mid to B, let's keep our eyes on Bit and Perfecto.
So they sync up Hinge, as well as that B lurk smoke.
Remember what I said about Hunter. He loves these late B flanks through the B bomb site during the rotation. So keep your eyes on that late.
Seen him catch some incredible timings, and it just makes the rotation off B feel like a lot longer and more risky. He's going early though, and he just eliminates Perfecto. Bit hiding behind the box, does manage to convert, but G2
committing A,
charging into the A site. Already wing clipped Electronic. He's safe from the flash peaks, and good. They're looking a bit chaotic. Jax with a chance and does find him. Another chance as well on towards long. It's only a Boomich with an MP9. He doesn't get away. It's Simple, however, with the UMP. And Nico posting his 8th. Call it quits, call it 8. G2 will take the second round force.
That has to be called off. There's no way for Bit to get back into this. That AUG is going to be precious in the next round of play. Able to scoop up some goodies there. That's quite nice for him to pick up off of that dead body, and an AK is beautiful as well. Now look, that was Hunter not on the lurk, but on the entry, right? And if he can be flexible with that, right? If I've done the homework, if I'm Blade and we come into this and we go, all right, we're playing Dust 2. We've watched the demos of G2. What are a couple of things that we need to prepare for here? Well, B rotators, Bit and Perfecto, whichever one of you is leaving the site second, keep your eyes on upper tunnels. Maybe linger for a second or two longer. Well, guess what? Hunter hasn't lurked out. He's actually crept through, somehow dodged all the spams like he's in the bloody Matrix, and got a huge opener. That's a force buy win for G2. And an integral one. This is a chance for them now to springboard back into this and tie things up 9-9. We will see the Navi force buy again. Desperate from Simple, but what's he meant to do, right? He's stuck in no man's land there. UMP, not the best weapon for the job. And yeah, frustration's coming out early here. You don't love to see that. This is map 1 of potentially 5. They've cobbled together this buy. Bit's been allowed to hold on to that AK-47. He's going to take that over towards A, but the pressure's coming B. Perfecto will drop a smoke towards the upper tunnels. That's going to bloom now. And that will hold them at bay for roughly 20 seconds.
So Bit got his permission slip to keep the AK. See if he can make it count. Same start for Nico on the default, and he will be cleared. Bit. Oh, he's so good. Ready for that.
You know where the gun is now? Maybe they spring the trap on towards B. G2 have to react with that info.
Yeah, and Simple's going to be pushing mid as well, so it might be working on a fast flank tons. They're walking in contact. Perfecto, it's a predictable spot, but if his 5-7 could just snap onto one head, G2 are going to be really struggling in the numbers game.
It's here now too.
This is his chance, and again, they do combine Bit with more damage, making that AK work. 2 frags already on the only rifle in play for Navi. Oh, and it's getting worse for G2. It's Perfecto. Oh, Perfecto. He takes 2, but he throws weapons to his squad. But that's Navi immediately fighting fire with fire.
That's huge to give Bit and allow him to keep the AK. Sure, he saved it, right? But with Simple on the team and Electronic playing this well, you have to wonder, was there a discussion to drop it over to one of the big boys? But Bit is showing he is fit to play at this level of Counter-Strike. That is a huge impact from him to win one back. And the Force Buy Wars, well, will they continue? Snapping Turtle, that gun right there, perfect weapon for the job. Everything fell in the favor of Navi, and guess what? Yes, they will. Those Force Buys Wars are on. Buy back again. Hunter into an AK, Galil for Jax. Couple of pistols in the mix.
All right, well, you saw what Bit can do with his lone AK. Let's see if Hunter can do one better. That pressure, that walk up mid, there was just no one knocking on G2. Bit just goes for that stroll, finding Nico, and then ends up winning the round on B.
This could be a car crash here on short. G2 is showing an indication they just want to go back towards Cat, and guess what? Navi are defending with all 3 A players.
Got the flash for the fade. This is going to suck for G2. Flash, perfect. Nico does evade and does provide. And they're trying to tuck tail, but he's not there in time. And now all onto Simple. He's got some hard headshots to hit already with one. Amanek dinking him down, finishes it off with the mobile Tech 9.
Guess what, Alex? I don't want to say it again here, but it should be
that
save simulator, right? The thing is, once that site is given up like that, once it's a 4-on-2 situation, they don't have much to work with and not a lot of damage was done. They weren't slowed down when going for the plant. We have to play the percentages. Navi, they make the right call one more time, and I think G2 will just allow them to hold on to these weapons. Now, the best thing for Nexa is for him to go and grab one of these rifles, get himself an M4, see what he can pick up. That's the most that G2 can profit out of a round like this. And the question now doesn't go, okay, well, how long will these Force by Wars continue? It's how long will Navi want to keep reinvesting? If you take a little bit of a look, they're going to get 1,400 in the next round. You can see Bit, he's got 32 right now. He can drop a gun. No dramas there. That is all going to be good. The same for Perfecto with his loss bonus. They're going to be able to have 3 rifles going out into the next round of play. And actually, they're just a little bit shy of getting the AWP out for Simple. $100 more for Bit, and the AWP could have come out. This is where it all started, and this is where it all went wrong. The second kill from Jax was perfect. Simple isolated again. He's got 2 choices. Fight, get as many as you can, or drop into spawn and play a retake. But that one there is going to hurt because Navi, think about this. They lost that round earlier in that first half to Hunter's flank with the CZ. Nico killing Simple in the Death Alley. And now they've lost to a couple more force by scenarios. They need to tidy things up here.
Sticking with the scout is Amanek. It's been kept humble. Jax, oh, he's committed. Full commit, and he opens up the round for his squad. A chance as well, tap in the head, 12 left, and will get out another nade. Okay, mission accomplished, 4v5 achieved. G2 can slow their roll now.
Softened up middle. Bit's just rotated over to help out A, and a flash comes through mid doors. Guess what? G2 are springing to life.
Bloody hell, is that 1, 2, 3 smokes? That's going to be
a
very clear indicator of where they're going. Perfecto quaking in his boots. They're tagged up a little bit. He's taking fights. This is his chance. The pre-fire is there, and so is the double. He's done everything he possibly could.
There's some life in this one here. Boomich is pushing long right now. If he can catch Jax, who's on this low HP, that's going to be great, but knife out, might get caught, and he does. Jax, huge impact, the opener there, and that should be the closer.
Yeah, this Frenchman coming to the grand finals with 16 already. Simple and Bit. That nade is going to soften up Hunter even further. Counter util there. They're going to go for this. That's Hunter dead. 2v2. Great dunk.
It's in play.
Nico up against Simple, needs to stabilize. The taps aren't there. Problems now, and they go down. Bit and Simple with the retake. What a turnaround.
That felt it should have been done. As soon as Boomich was gone, that should have been done. How did they battle back into that? Retakes into the B bomb site are never easy. And Navi, they just stroll on in. Pedestrian as you like.
There's just so much power on that right side of the Navi desk. You've got Bit, Electronic, and Simple, and you can call upon them whenever you need. Like, this was the way in. Don't forget Perfecto took 2. All of this hard work from Jax. And nullified. The double nade onto box position. Simple winning his duel with Nico, Bit quick to flick, and there you have it. That's a timeout, if ever I saw one. Time for Malik to try and get his troops head back in the game. That one's going to really leave a mark. That's going to sting.
That one right there is just facilitated by the utility, right? And the plan, that's going to facilitate it by. So the Force by Wars, it feels like they're over because both teams are going to have pretty comparable buys, actually. We're actually just had gun round after gun round and simmered into what should be normal play. So back and forth we've gone. Who's going to be the first team to get 2 consecutive rounds in a row? I'm sure Navi would love it. G2 don't want to give up just yet. Amanek having to operate with the scout here. The only scoped rifle in the server right now. See if he can be a difference maker with that, because tunneling straight down middle, Nico and Nexa taking some huge liberties. Nico's going to run straight out for the mid to be here. He's so fast, Alex.
Oh my god, and just as it blooms, he does get tagged up. It's Simple with a very well-managed spray, long range. From all the way downtown, Electronic always maneuvering around that. Nexa's aware. That movement.
Graceful.
Yeah, so graceful. And here comes the whole squad. Electronic's got nothing to report. G2, unscouted.
Rinse and repeat?
Yeah, it might have to be. I mean, what have you got? A smoke, a flash, and a molly. It's not even an exec.
Well, they've caught them out of position a couple of times on this type of A play. They'd have to do it again.
against Electronic. Simple, both posted up. Fires off a warning shot, and Simple as well does one better. And they're just walking in. Oh my goodness. He
One more for the ace, Alex. That record-breaking ace.
He has got the opportunity, and he's going hunting for it appropriately. It's Hunter that could give it to him. Simple to break the record. No one has found 4 aces at a tournament like this. And here it comes, a record breaker from Simple. He takes all 5. There's only so many words I can use to describe the brilliance on display here tonight. Simple. I mean, he makes any superlative feel insufficient at times. I can call it majestic, I can call him brilliant, I can call him a magician, an animal, a beast, a monster. They're all there, but sometimes they don't even feel like they're doing it justice. Sometimes just the gameplay does the talking. God damn, Simple's back in the server with 24.
We've come to expect it. That's the thing with Simple. It's just brilliant. It's just absolutely brilliant. The god of the game, there's no question, there's no doubt about it. Have your debates, but this man is something else. Locks down a huge round, forces the Pistols now out of G2, and I was talking about those consecutive rounds. Imagine doing it with the big man himself, grabbing 5. Now Boomich, he's mantled up top, the blue bin, ready to rain down fire.
But I mean, look what that's done.
Yeah,
look,
a backbreaker right there.
It is, and it just came so easy to him. You watch it from his POV, it just looks like he's shooting fish in a barrel. Crosshair placement, his movement, his read, everything combined. And it's put G2 right on their bottom. Time to recover. Perfect angle for Boomich to contend with this. He is going to have that smoke disrespected, but he's the one laying down the disrespect. Bullets onto Jax.
But that's good stuff, right? Boomich gets those kills. The cavalry comes over. Electronic was ready to support him, and he drops back. And he drops back. That's what you want to see, right? This is Navi playing the Counter-Strike we all know and love. And G2 are just going looking, right? They're basically going op shopping right now, hoping they can find a bargain, hoping they can knock on a door and get to a bomb site for free. A plant would be lovely. It's not looking likely. 2 Glocks and a P250. There's a flashbang, but this Wombo combo setup, Perfecto stayed tucked in. Bit is baiting his nade to be dropped perfectly. Boom goes the dynamite. The frags come on in. 13-9. Looking good. Navi, they're stretching their legs here. 3 more rounds required to take map number 1. And another timeout taken now from G2. So to give you guys the count right now, both teams have used 3 timeouts up until this point. Both teams, after this, have 1 remaining. The coaches, Blade and Malik, the ladder on your screen right here, chipping on in. Not too many more gun round attempts. And if you take a look at the money situation on G2's side of the screen, no money for an AWP for Amanek. There's not one in play on the other side, so that's not actually going to be a huge drama. It's not like Amanek's going to have to force Simple out of certain lines with the big green. The conversation now is more about what T-sided approach are they looking for. Fist bumps are in. G2 would love one here.
This is where we get our answer as to how much more Dust 2 there is to be seen. Your Xbox smoke deployed, long corner smoke deployed. They are going to start with the standard spread. And I say standard, really get the knife and fork out and eat my words, because 4 tons, and that might just be an alternative avenue to middle for that initial control.
Yeah, they do like their lower dark default play here. Hinge smoke, door molly, and lurk smoke as well in play. They're really pushing the issue out mid to B here.
Yeah, Simple caught them last time with that spray, right? They'll do the same. This time they've jumped over it and into bit. You can't avoid them both. This is a chance. Back turn, good spray. Amanek provides. If they can find Perfecto, they've got a good shot at the 10th.
Get that book out again, because this one's going to be done exactly by it. Electronic over towards Spawn. Boomich is isolated on an island right now towards Long, and call that one a save. Double digits achieved for G2, and they continue to fight here. That's what you want to see, the tenacity coming into play. And Amanek, while he's on our screen, 7 kills for him. Not like he's having a fantastic game, the same for Nico. So the 2 of them getting kills in a round like this, that's great. And actually, I isolate them. Hunter's the only one really putting consistent damage down. Jax has had a couple of moments, but this would be a great turning point in the game for the likes of Nico, Amanek, Nexa to come online.
I just want to see Amanek keep that AK. You know, the poor soul, he's been making a couple of sacrifices, keeping the scout for the information, the role he plays within this T-side, but now, of course, with the Kalashnikov and providing one of his kills.
Well, the gun round will change now. It's going to be a different look for G2 to go up against. The AWP of Simple will come out. That means he won't be as isolated to positions like he was just then with the rifle. I think we might see him start floating around a bit more. And because there's been so much presence through lower, dark, mid, and short, this is where you should be expecting Simple early. He might help them batten down the hatches towards long, but then if he pivots mid-doors, we know he loves that peak. If he goes towards short for a fight, those are the type of angles where he can make this jarring for G2 and their default. Last time out called. So Malik, this is the last-ditch attempt. You go looking down the straight here. He's giving the comms out. Whatever the calls are, whatever the game plan is, this is the last chance he has to chime on in. Better make this 30 seconds count.
He's talking to Hunter specifically. You've already discussed how much impact the man's had. Nemanja Kovac. The second of the Kovacs to fill our screens with magnificent Counter-Strike, and this time he's got his squad on his back.
That AWP is out for Simple here. How much of a difference maker will it be? 24 kills already for him. But the team around him are firing on all cylinders. Perfecto with 17 and 1v3. Electronics look great. 16 for him. Bit doing his job. He's got 17 kills, and here we go.
Trivial tag onto Perfecto's toes. Jax with a bit of pep in his step. Walks straight into Simple's AWP, and again, his name's in the feed.
There he is.
First glance at a Simple's AWP, and there could be a whole lot more to come. Do you dare trifle with the devil? Amanek does, straight ahead. Nice pop flash to ensure survival, but they do disrespect the smoke and gather some ground.
Yeah, very necessary. That info is fantastic now. Gives Nexer a little bit more to work with in his arsenal, and actually the in-game leader anchoring outside long. He's not part of the pack, but they've got this short control one more time, and we've already seen them in the Forced by Wars have success here. Looks like they're gearing up for the same type of play. Now, it will all be on Simple if they just execute through Cat. Boomich and Electronic are completely committed to this long play. Simple is the only one on the site. There's absolutely no help available here.
Simple to do it all again here in the Cathedral.
Oh, it's a ruse.
And that's Perfecto. Just on the jiggle, he's eliminated. It's Hunter again. Boomich got nothing to report on his long flank, but it's Bit that's still standing.
He needs another.
Does, and he puts another in the feed. If he could get 3, Nex has got to clear him. Does provide good trade from Electronic, and Amanek unable to do much more. Navi given a gift, and it's Bit with the defense again. He loses Perfecto instantaneously. He still has the balls to stand and find that double peak.
That's huge. That is huge impact right there. It's under pressure, right? I was saying, okay, Simple's on his own, but as soon as Perfecto dies, Bit's on his own. This was the opening we're talking about. Just see how jarring that AWP is. You lose a man immediately. There's no trade potential, but this is it. That is the round-willing kill from Bit. It slows it down. Boomich gets in position. Him and Electronic are able to spray them. And here it is. Bit of a last-ditch attempt. The AWP's out for Amanek. Galil's, AK's, Deagles, Util there. More pressure towards Cat. Simple's waiting one more time around that bend.
Nico through that B-smoke. See how they react. Tagged up now. Back into Simple's domain.
He's forward.
Straight forward again. Simple with the opening frag. Jax wants the punish. And it's a small glimmer of hope. Jax has found it. Wow. Quick on the Galil. That's a chance now. G2 need this round. It's a compulsory one. Hunter catching the rotate on Bit. He can stay and manage that rotate as long as he wants. It is going to be Perfecto locked out. The rest are already through. And to say the rest, they're starting to fall apart. Perfecto locked on the doors. Electronic up on the blue bin long. G2 set for an 11th here.
Hunter would do good here to take away Perfecto's upgraded rifle. Money's not great over there on Navi, and it might force them to have a timeout and a discussion. Warning shots fired. Perfecto found. How much do they want to dedicate to taking this away?
They're not in a dreamy spot. Jack's going looking. He could lose the AWP here, and he will with the knife out.
Oh, Amanek has one as well. This would be great. If Electronic can get this, he can pick up an AWP.
Great flash. Amanek loses it. Electronic's making it hurt even in loss. And he'll scoop one up for his teammate.
Next is coming. Oh, he's going to be away in pit there. That is huge from Electronic. That AWP carried across could be everything right now. Magnificent scenes there on the save. Look, Alex, I don't want to harp on this, right? The game is still very, very close, but it's a stat line. And I want to draw it to everybody's attention right now. Nico is the only player in the server not to have a multi-kill. Yeah. Right? This isn't like saying he's not doing his job, but if he shows up, that is the difference maker.
He was brought into this roster to show up in those finals, and I'm sure with a best-of-5 final, he has the same expectation that we do of himself. Okay, Jax, you're not just surely going to push on through that. It feels like he does want it. Nade a little late. They are through. And full on control, so a different look now to G2. We've seen Navi ply their trade in this particular way. Amanek still downgraded on that scout up against Simple's AWP. Good luck, have fun, mate. One whistles past the ear of the Ukrainian.
Enough. Probably don't give that one another peek just yet. Oh, he will. Of course he will. Who am I talking about here?
He's going to drop that smoke defensively whenever he feels the threat.
He's on his own again here, though.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, they'll have a fast short flank. That's the gap. He's created one himself. He can peek around this smoke. His teammates will too. Boomich immediately surging forward. 50 seconds. You two don't need to rush this, but any tiny inch you give him, and he'll take the full mile. Simple onto Hunter already. You won't be able to plant with him posted up on Gandalf like that. You need to force him off the fight, but how? Util, completely barren. They've got nothing but bullets now to force their issues and to force their agenda. Nico's got the bomb across. Bit's going looking, actually. You'd think Nico's push is held by the long side, but that's the flash. They'll have to turn. Bit on the aggress. Still no blood and still no plant. 25. It's going to come down to the double peak, and it's Nexa and Nico. They will find Bit. More as well for G2. Still Simple to be forced off this line. His presence is such an irritation, and another shot. Looking for more.
Oh, he hit him.
The wall bang. He can hit another one. Nico does not get the bomb down. Problems for Jax. He's got to come up clutch. They've rocked the clock so much. Where's the bomb? No time now. And Simple does it all for Navi. He takes 15, and he wouldn't have had that AWP if it wasn't for Electronic.
Oh, tag, you're it. That is absolutely huge. I can't believe he tags Nico through the box. That denies the plant. You see that? It's like he's done an alley-oop. Perfecto, catch this, the jumping spam. He probably doesn't do enough damage to make that frag. And this is great as well. The constant flashing, they're keeping it jarring. You've got G2 who are just holding back, and there it is. Oh. You can see it's just a stray bullet, right? That's not possible without Simple's tag.
That wall bang, he goes for it. Not only goes for it, connects it. Navi, looking like the better team here on Dust 2. And now just to throw that final blow, it's Deagles to defend their honor. Some Tech 9s in the mix as well. Wall bangs the box and the jump to deny. They've rotted so much time. Like when Simple just on Gandalf, you're not going to do anything. Smoke's on mid. The mid to be Pincer. I mean, Perfecto would be isolated. He's got Bit to call upon, and oh, Bit does it all. Finally distracted.
Oh,
Chance
no.
on the Tech 9, but it falls flat. Navi, couple of frags to secure themselves their map pick in this best of 5, starting as they mean to go on. Everyone's here that needs to be. Nexa with a 1v5. Bit too tall of a task for this in-game leader. Lovely pop flash does force Perfecto off the line. But what's he supposed to do? That will be it. Navi 16. Dust 2 is theirs, and he does collect. That final frag puts him onto 30. Simple as something else. Navi convert. And we'll see what the Samurai can do into our second. We're back with the desk in just a